Check out how good Dakini looks in the sunrise this morning. I think we're at a beach club. It's pretty quiet at 7:30 in the morning. There she is. In this episode, we are joined by a special guest who will be spending 5 days with us on board Dakini. We first explore the ancient site of Delphi before checking out Nafpaktos. When the winds pick up, we continue to head east with a few great stops on the way, including a night alongside Trizonia.
This is such a neat little harbour. We can't come in here, it's too small and it's a bit run down. Saying goodbye to Kel for the day. She's off to Delphi, pick up yet another VIP. We've got lots to do today though, back on board Dakini.
That was probably the coolest little harbour I've taken a dinghy into.
Amazing.
Here's my little beast for the day, and when I say little, I mean little. The cars here in Greece are tiny. It makes so much sense though, because you just need to get from A to B. They are perfect. I made it to Delphi. It took about 90 minutes to get here. The drive was pretty easy except for the last bit where you're climbing up the hill, but no problems at all. I'm just waiting for the bus for our next guest to arrive. We're going to spend the day exploring Delphi before we head back to the boat. Looks official. I hope I'm in the right spot. The valley looks incredible and the whole valley floor is covered in olive plantations. Staff people. We are back from Delphi. The car has been returned and everything was fine. Rob is at the port with Al having a coffee before we go back to Dakini. It was a great day exploring in Delphi and catching up with Rob, who I haven't seen for ages. Rob is going to be staying with us for the next 4 nights. So fingers crossed for perfect weather.
It's a lovely morning here in Nafpaktos. Unfortunately, the anchorage is not the best, so we had a pretty bumpy night with just a little bit of residual swell coming around the corner from Patras Bridge, which you can see in the background there. So we are going to move on, maybe a little earlier than we expected, because it's probably going to be the same again tonight. So behind me, you can see the old Venetian fort, the castle, and the old Venetian port. It's over there, behind Smile. So we're going to go probably grab a bakery snack and have a visit. Did we remember our pack and our walking staves for the hike to the castle of Nafpaktos? It's always nice when you can see a home on these walks. That's how sensible people get up here. The road and the two of us. Very impressed with the Nafpaktos castle. Well worth the €3 entry fee. The museum's excellent. The information centre's really good as well. A lot on the restoration, which we don't normally see. And yeah, it's just been so well done. It's quite the climb to get up here if you're going to do it on foot, which we did. It's nice to be able to see Dakini quite regularly as we wander around. The road?
Other entrance,
Alternate route down east from the clock tower into the eastern end of town to go find the town square and some tasteful looking walking streets before we check out the port. Well, this one says it's one of Greece's best preserved examples of fortress architecture.
Oh, it's a fortress.
Yeah. Bye bye Nafpaktos, one of the best examples of Greek Byzantine fortification there is. It's an incredible 5-layered fortified castle, hundreds of metres above sea level with an amazing little port. We are having a very pleasant downwind run, Genoa only, from Nafpaktos.
5.8 knots on just the Genoa.
There you go, 5.8 knots on just the Genoa from Nafpaktos across to Monastiriki, not the one in Athens, but the little village on the northern side of the Gulf of Corinth.
The other one. After a quick 2-hour sail, we are safely anchored in Monastiriki. It's a cute little town. We'll probably go and explore tomorrow. But this afternoon we're just doing a couple of boat jobs and having a little bit of downtime. The top of one of our winches has come a little bit loose, so now that we are anchored, we are just going to have a look at it to see if we can figure it out. And it looks like there's just a screw inside that's come undone, so hopefully a relatively easy fix, but it does remind us that we probably need to service our winches.
I'm trying to think how to get that back in. 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You in trouble, Al?
Yeah, got thrashed.
Just ducked into the little town of Monastiriki. We did Google it and there is no monastery here, so we're not sure why it's Monastiriki. We'll have to continue to research that bit. Good excuse to dump the rubbish, go for a walk, and the waters are crystal clear, so if we have time we might clean the hull when we get back.
Yeah.
We walked back from Monastiriki and Al took the dinghy. Now we just have to get picked up. Always a bit of a risk, but we'll see what happens. The question is, how wet will I get? We had a good little quick visit to Monastiriki. Lovely little walk through town this morning. Grabbed a coffee. And we have just spent the last hour or so cleaning the hull. It's pretty cold, but it's just warm enough you don't need a wetsuit. But the next time we do it, I think we'll definitely need a wetsuit, unfortunately.
Ooh, we will need a wetsuit.
Al got cold. I've got a bit by padding that Al so I stay a bit warmer. And for now, we are off. There's a little island called Trizonia about 8 miles away. So we are heading in that direction. The wind out there looks like it's going to be lovely for a little downwind sail. Shouldn't take us long, maybe 1 to 2 hours. Couple of miles from Trizonia, the island, which is this island here, and we're going to duck in around the back. There's a nice little protected harbour in there. Rob and I have been very wise. We've been keeping our eyes out while Al has been making us lunch. So he spent the whole transit cooking, we've spent the whole transit eating and watching the world go by. Sailing through a fairly tight channel. I think I've got it right, but I must admit it's the first time we've just been able to just sail through somewhere as narrow as this, so all good, going well. It is a beautifully still morning this morning. The sunrise was incredible. And a few of the boats in the marina have just left. So we are taking the opportunity to jump alongside and secure our boat for the day so we can both head off and wander.
Don't laugh, but I come from that if you've got the fenders, you use the fenders school of fendering.
We have a lot of fenders
Because
out.
we know we're going starboard side too, it means I've been able to bulk up the starboard side. Who didn't turn the power on?
We made it alongside. There was no wind and no currents. That was the easiest coming alongside ever. We're going to head across to the other side where the little village is, jump on the ferry and see what we can find. I'm hoping for a bakery and an ice cream shop, but Google says there are neither of those. We're just waiting for the little ferry. It is €2 a person and goes about 500 metres across to the other side or the mainland.
Oh, that was pleasant. We just joined the local post-church going Sunday coffee crowd, and the cafe actually puts tables out in the church courtyard as well as inside the cafe. Rob and I had a couple of nice coffees and a little spinach treat.
Lunch was delicious. We had a Greek salad, some fried potatoes, fried zucchinis, which I've never had before and were delicious, and Al had a plate of anchovies all to himself. Very, very nice and a beautiful view.
You also get a complimentary ice cream to close out dinner. The facilities are lovely. And by fried potatoes, Kel means chips.
Homemade chips.
Chips. Got to work off that lunch. Really lightly fried, which helps though. We are going to do the walk around, I guess you call it the main part of the island. It's a loop that covers about half the island. First half of it is on a walking track, and then we should be on the road.
No, there's quite a few of those half ones. If you go into marinas over there, it's just an expectation now that if you go...
leg out and twisted it. Oh no, that's not good.
Possibly the biggest olive tree we've found, trunk-wise. It's got olives on it. We're still on the hunt. And that's the first walk of the day. We have done the big loop, maybe 2.5 k's. Didn't find the medieval tower, can't win them all. It's back to Dakini for a little break and to turn the hot water on to make sure we can have warm showers at the end of today.
After a little bit of a break and some extra sunscreen, we headed to Red Beach. We've just arrived. It was about 3 k's walk. It's a little bit red. It's not super red, but it's a little bit red. Oh, it must be from the rocks. Slightly bigger boat than ours. Our neighbours are a 55-foot lagoon, only 2 years old. Bloody beautiful boat, and they are headed off.
He aggressively sprang off then.
Probably have to on a boat that big.
Yeah.
Good weather for it, beautiful conditions. Yeah. All that stability, what are you going to do?
Jeez, that thing's
That's huge,
yeah,
Jesus.
about a year old, maybe 18 months.
The wind has not arrived yet, so it's due in a couple of hours. We're going to head off and check out the last 2 beaches on Trizonia. We've walked to every other one, so we figure why not walk to all of them?
A tortoise.
Is he alive?
Of course he's alive. There he goes, poking his head out. Hello.
We're almost at the first of the 2 beaches that we want to visit this morning. There's this little zigzag track off the main road. I hope it's the right one.
I get so hot at some
The screen.
Oh, that one. almost at beach number 2 for the day. And I think that will mean we have seen all the beaches on Trizonia Island. Oh, they got 2 straps, that one over there.
Oh, they do too.
Talk to me. And just like that, we are back. Gonna pack up and get out of here. Our cat's back. He's made himself right at home. Hello. You can't come with us. Hey. Hello. And after a great 2 nights in Trizonia, we are off. It was lovely to have an overnight berth for once. It was a real treat. We are heading to Nafpaktos, which is about 14 miles away. There is meant to be a little bit of a light breeze picking up in about half an hour or so, so hopefully we'll be able to get the sails up.
Oh, it's young.
What are you doing?
What a great departure. I've got to tidy up one of our boothing lines. It's frayed through, unfortunately. It's got a bit shorter. Should still be okay just for what we use it for, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
How's it going?
Good.
I've got all the lines out. I'm ready, keen to sail, itching to sail. The wind has come up perfectly. We're doing about 5.5 knots in 8.5 knots of wind, which for a fat boat like this is beautiful. And we're sort of going in the general direction we're trying to head, which is an absolute bonus. What a lovely day. The seas are totally calm and flat. Champagne sailing today.
I am getting my fry on, so we're going to have some crispy potato chips mixed with avocado and tomato and things and put into some mayo-y wraps. So someone got cramp and went, oh, I think this is like
Check out my lunch. It looks delicious. Now we're flying well over 8 knots. It wasn't forecast, but the wind has come up to sort of 20 knots, and so we are fair hooning. We've just jibed again, and we pulled the head sail in a little bit, so just wrap the genoa down a little bit just to keep our speed down, because if we get too much relative wind, we have to reef the mainsail. We will be there in about 30 minutes.
We are back in Nafpaktos. We've anchored on the other side of the harbour entrance this afternoon. It's been an incredible day. What a sail! Eight knots at times, running down sea, but almost in the direction we want to go, which is pretty unusual for us. To be honest, we've had some great sailing in the Gulf of Corinth. Part of that is probably because you don't actually get a lot of sea build-up. There's so little fetch, so you get the great winds, 20 knots without all the hassle of a couple of metres of, well, not a couple of metres, meters of waves.
One last afternoon and evening to explore Nafpaktos with our VIP before she heads off back to Athens tomorrow. And we've been in and out of the port, we haven't really explored it. So first stop is to explore the port, second stop's probably ice cream, and third stop's probably the supermarket. And also finding a really nice spot to go out for dinner. Supermarket trip done, ice cream done. We are heading back now. She looks really pretty just walking along the beach, and it's nice to see your own boat out there. It looks like it's calmed down a bit and the wind's come around, so it should be nice and calm and peaceful tonight. Is everything out of here?
Yeah, everything we need.
Lovely evening here. We're just having drinks and nibbles before we head out to dinner for Rob's last night. The sky is really turning on. It is gorgeous.
what better way to finish our time with the VIP on board than going out in our glad rags for dinner here in this amazingly unique town that is Nafpaktos.
Last night with our VIP and celebrating with a delicious dinner. It looks amazing. We walked past this place and it looks pretty good, but this looks really good. Beep, 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 beep.
And right opposite our restaurant is this really nice ice cream bar. I'm having the mocha. We'll swim at some stage while you're here, Rob.
We've got our own line.
We just gotta hit the right morning when we feel like it. Oh, right down the bum. Oh.
What are you?
Idiot.
Why are you an idiot?
Because I could have gone out and I saw that G.
This is a game that Al has not won the entire 5 days. It's very sad.
Pretty good at the moment, though. That G.